This is Magical Moments, hosted by your favorite holistic wellness practitioner, Carla Reeves. Started with gratitude, ended with love. Magical moments are waiting for us. You can be next if you heal up your trauma. Carla gonna tell you what you need to follow. Locking, we getting you ready. Setting intentions and taking the heavy thoughts that been holding you down. This is the show that you be glad you found. Come get your magical moment.
Hello and welcome to September's vlog. It has been a while since I've done a podcast episode, an episode of Magical Musings, a vlog, anything. It has been a minute, but I am here for September's vlog and we are doing Surrender September. And what does it mean to surrender and how do we surrender? Some tips and tricks and all that good stuff. I do want to keep this relatively short because, we all have things to do. Our, what do you call it? See, I can't even, you know what I mean. Our attention span, damn it. Our attention span is very limited. Y'all know me. If you're new here, you may not know me, but you'll get to know me. And if you're not new here, then you know me and you tangents and all sorts of things. Anywho, So, Surrender September. Surrendering has been difficult for my little Virgo heart. And what does surrender mean? It just simply means to release control. Release control. As much as we like to control things, and we are the creators of our life, of our destiny, of our faith. However, life be lifing. Things happen. There are things that happen beyond our control. And we have to release the need to control every single thing. Speaking from, a Virgo, that can be very, very difficult. So, some tips, some tricks. How do we surrender? How do we release that control? It's simply entering, and I say simply, but we all know it's not that simple. It's entering into a state of flow. Just allowing things to happen, moving through it with ease and grace, and knowing that at the end of it all, we'll be just fine. Now, how do we do that? That's the hard part. That is the difficult part. Knowing what to do and actually doing it is the difficult part. Because, it's simple when things are good to say, oh, I'm just going to go with the flow. But, when things aren't so great and, bills are due, unexpected expenses, sickness, illness, dis-ease, either by you or a family member, and things happen, right? How do we move through it and just be comfortable within ourselves? How do we release the control, release that anxiety, release the need for knowing? And that's really what it is. It's a need to know how things are going to turn out. It's a need to know that everything is going to be okay. And it's simply just really knowing that within yourself, not needing the proof, right? Having the faith and depending on, whatever you believe in, whether you believe in God, spirit, the universe, destiny, whatever you believe in, it doesn't matter. If you've been here before, again, you know that I do not cater to one specific belief or religion. So whatever you believe in, it's just having that faith or knowledge that, you know what, this is just a challenge, a lesson that I need to learn. I'm going to get through it. But how do you do that when you're used to being in control, when you're used to wanting to have control over something, right? Having that anxiety, having that stress, having that worry. How do you do it? The first step really is to breathe. Just breathe through it. Take a step back, practice some breath work, some breathing techniques to calm the nervous system. And I can do a whole separate video on just that, on breath work and, journaling and all that. But it's taking a step back and breathing in those moments of high stress and high anxiety and creating that calmness and that stillness. So practice. That's all you can do is practice. And unfortunately, that means that you have to go through some stuff in order to practice. But even when things are good, but you have a minor inconvenience, that's the best time to practice. It's like, all right, things are great. I stubbed my toe. Let me practice going about my day, realizing that this is just one moment, and don't allow, sorry, I'm a little under the weather. Do not allow one moment to affect your whole day. Do not allow one moment to affect your whole week, your whole life. Just realize that it is a moment and you just need to breathe and flow through the moment. Again, easier said than done. I know. That's why we have to practice. Um, but yeah, that is how we surrender. So I challenge you to practice your surrendering, practice releasing control during the month of September. So have some tea with me and journal with me. And this month's tea, so if anyone knows, don't mind my little chip. I don't care about my chip. I used to really love Harry Potter. So I have a little Hogwarts mug. I actually got this as a Christmas present from somebody. I love mugs. A lot of people, tangent, a lot of people don't like receiving mugs. They're like, oh, enough with the mugs. I love a good mug. If you know me, if you love me, if you want to buy me a present, buy me an amazing mug. I have a Golden Girls mug. I have Hogwarts. I have Winnie the Pooh. I have so many mugs, and I'm going to bring out a different mug every month because I love mugs. This month's tea is lavender, mint, and rose. Lavender is good for calming the nervous system, calming us down, creating a sense of ease, which is what we need to do when we surrender. Now, mint is actually kind of the opposite. It invigorates us. However, it brings clarity, which is what you need in the moment, which is what you need when you're going through the things. You need that clarity of, okay, let me put my emotions, let me feel, don't tamper down your emotions. Feel your emotions, feel the feelings. I'm all about feeling the feelings. What I'm saying is work through the emotions. Are your emotions clouding your judgment? Are your emotions clouding your reaction to things? Right? Are you reacting based off of your emotions or, you know, logic and the situation and things like that? So, mint brings clarity, lavender brings calmness, and then a rose brings love and healing into the situation. So, lavender, mint, rose. That is our tea blend for Surrender September. And then journal it out. Now, I do have a few journal prompts, and I would love it, love it, if you could journal with me. Do some journaling, do some reflecting, because really that's what you need to do to release control is reflect. So the first prompt is to reflect on a recent situation where you felt the need to control the outcome. What were your fears or concerns? How might the situation have unfolded differently if you had to let go of control? And what did you learn from this experience? So for me, my most recent situation would be my event that I had, the chakra glow celebration that I did for my birthday. And things happened, performers dropped out at the last minute. I was supposed to get help that I didn't receive. And for all, good reasons, I'm not saying, oh my gosh, what was me? And I realized actually in that moment, I was just like, whatever is going to happen will happen. And that's how I know that I'm practicing what I'm preaching and I'm actually learning to surrender and release control. But that was my recent situation. And my fears or concerns were that, people paid for these tickets and they weren't going to receive the, a bang for their buck. I always like to create events and have people receive just whatever it is that they need. But I set that intention. I set the intention that, before the event started, everyone will receive exactly what they needed. And they did. I had received such good feedback. Anywho, and then how might the situation have unfolded differently if you had let go of control? I actually think I let go of control in that situation. Even though I felt the need to control the outcome in the beginning, I did let go of control. So I don't know. Maybe if I had let go of control sooner, I wouldn't have been as anxious. I think that's what led me to feeling a little bit under the weather is because, when you're anxious and you're experiencing stress and anxiety, it lowers your immune system. So here I am, but it's okay. So I should have let go of control a lot sooner. And what did I learn from this experience? That I should have let go of control a lot sooner. Like it is, everything happens the way that it should. And everything turned out great. I couldn't have asked for, a better turnout. And then we have one more journal prompt. Think about an area of your life where you often feel the need to be in control. Why do you feel this way? How does this this need for control impact your relationships, stress levels, and overall well-being? What steps can you take to gradually release control in this area? So, for an example, if I had to pick an area in my life, I would say, this is a toughie because I want to say finances, right? The area that I try to control every single penny and dime, and I'm also an accountant by nature, by trade. Um, so I budget my budgets, and I budget my life away. The reason why I feel the need to be this in control is because, well, I'm a single mom and I want to make sure that, my son has a roof over his head and food in his mouth and, clothes on his back. And it's really hard to um, kind of release that control and go with the flow in that area. Because it's like, well, if I release the control and then I can end up on the street. Like, it's hard, but I know that I need to do it. And it does impact my relationships, especially my friendships and things like that, because I work a lot. I work a lot. So I don't get to see a lot of my friends and family that often and, call them. And when I do have downtime, I'm either asleep or my bandwidth isn't there to just be on the phone and catching up and things like that. So it does have an impact on my relationships and my stress. Oh my goodness. Just, I work a lot. I have my own business. I'm a solo entrepreneur, even though I do have a lovely business partner now. So some of that stress is going to go away. But, for the most part, I do everything myself. So it's very stressful. And what steps can I take to gradually release control in this area? Is just practicing what I preach and loosening up and not being so worried and allowing things to happen. Because one thing I do realize is that even when I do have unexpected expenses or, whatever happens, I am okay. Like, I'm still okay. I'm great. The universe, God, my spiritual team provides, and I'm amazing. It always turns out well. So I just really need to loosen that up a little bit. And the final journal prompt is to imagine a future scenario where you fully embrace letting go of control. How does this change your daily life, interactions with others, and your inner peace? What positive outcomes can arise from trusting the process and allowing things to unfold naturally? Now, for this one, I do want to take a little bit of time to reflect on that and actually journal that down. So I'm not going to answer that one, but you get the picture, you get the gist. Feel free to rewind and pause because I know I read that a little bit quickly, all three of them, and go back and journal and answer the questions for yourself. It's really all about trust, I think. Trust, flow, letting go, being in the moment, being in the present. It's hard. Again, easier said than done. But we can do it. We can do it. I did it. and I'm a control freak. So if I can do it for the most part, you can do it. And it's something that you have to continually work on. It's not like you're going to release and let go and surrender, and then all of a sudden you got it. Because there will be things that will happen that will trigger you to go back to wanting to control everything. Because it's like, okay, I got it for the small inconvenience that we're going to practice on, right? And then a bigger inconvenience happens. It's like shock to the nervous system. So then you have to kind of practice. And then it's like, steps, baby steps. And then making sure that we maintain that. Of course, hoping that all goes well and no one has any inconveniences and we all live our best ease free, like life of ease. That's what I've been practicing since last year is life of ease. And if you ask one of my good friends, Lavender, I'm always like, life of ease, life of ease. Quick story. I love to give examples through my quick stories. Quick story. I manifested actually a washer dryer, got a washer dryer. And again, single mom, don't know how to get this washer dryer. And my washer dryer is upstairs. Most washer dryer, like the connection in the rooms and stuff, downstairs. Mine upstairs. Don't know why. So it's upstairs. I got the washer dryer, no one to help. I know a few people, so I, call around like, hey, can you help me? And of course, my friend, she's like freaking out. How are they going to get it? Because it's just one person. How are they going to get it up the stairs? I don't know. That's not my concern. Life of ease. Is it going to fit? I don't know. That's not my concern. Life of ease. So she had all these concerns, and I'm just like, life of ease. That's none of my business. It's not my business. It'll work out the way that it should. And guess what? It worked out the way that it should. Now, he did have to take the door off of the laundry room in order for both of them to fit. But had I not called him, there was actually an issue with the connection too that he had to fix. So I didn't know because you wouldn't know until you like hook it up and turn the water on and all that. Had no clue. But I called the right person. He was able to, one, get both of them up the stairs, take the door off, put it, in the garage, and fix the little issue. And everything worked out perfectly. And what did I do? I kindly handed him a couple of dollars, said thank you, and that was it. Life of ease. So practice life of ease, practice going with the flow, practice surrendering. I think that is it. If you're here from my newsletter, thank you. If you're not here from my newsletter, but would like to receive my newsletter with all of my new services and offerings and events, because I'm telling you, that Chakra Glow event was amazing. And I'm doing another one in October called the Mystic Masquerade. Oh my God, listen, guys, get it? These events are amazing. They're being held at Unoya Soul Apothecary and Wellness Suite. Now, I mentioned my business partner. That is my business partner, Kwan. She owns this lovely apothecary and wellness suite. And I will actually post some pictures and videos and stuff of the event. I didn't take any because I was just in the moment and feeling the flow. But up here, up there, wherever I put it, up there. That's what happened. We had an amazing time. The food was good. I made organic. I don't know if kava is everywhere, but it's basically a bowl with greens and rice and lentils and falafels, chicken, whatever you wanted in it. I pre-made it. We had performances, LED hula hoop. We had a spiritual flow that was amazing by Flow of Goddess Raquel. We had massages, Reiki. We had an amazing UV glow temple. Oh my gosh, it was great. It was amazing. And I plan on making the Mystic Masquerade even better. So if you're in the Columbia, South Carolina area, please check it out. Check out my events, check out my newsletter, check out my services, check out the wellness suite. It's amazing. We fully opened it July 22nd. I remember that because that's my brother's birthday. We fully opened it July 22nd. We have foot baths, hand soaks, Reiki, energy healing, body contouring. Just there are so many services. And we really strive for it to be a kind of luxury spa experience while you're receiving the energy healing, the body contouring. She does herbal wraps and poultices and just this lovely apothecary of herbs. So if you want to get your herbs for your tea, the lavender, the mint, and the rose, head over to Unoya Soul Apothecary. But that is it. Again, I wanted to keep this short. It's about 20 minutes. So I am going to end it here. And as always, start with gratitude and with love. And please find your magical moment. And I will see you next time.